Any Hardaway Southern T back with another EP. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time. If y'all could do your brother a favor, man, hit that thumbs up for your boy. If it's your first time, if you could do your boy another favor, right? Don't make it your last time. Hit that subscription button as well. I ain't sure if I'm here for a good time or a long time, but we gonna make it do what it do right now. I'm here with some great news, some news that made my spirit bubble, right? Made my spirit feel wonderful. This really got my morning starting off the right way. You know, we coming off the big fight weekend, Claressa Shields fight weekend. Any fight with Claressa Shields, right? Edgar Chavez, my boy DS. Any fight with Claressa Shields, right, is a big fight. It was supposed to be an even bigger weekend, right? Hannah Gabriels versus Claressa Shields, but Hannah Gabriels ended up, popping dirty and was forced to, pull out of the fight. Was actually taken out of the fight, right? Not forced to pull out, was taken out of the fight because we ain't fighting no drug cheese, right? Is where it's from Claressa Shields. Totally understandable. But nonetheless, we coming off the big fight weekend, right? Claressa Shields fight weekend. And Claressa Shields was highly successful in her fight, made it look easy. You know what I mean? Made it look easy. Went out there 12-0, 10-0, however you want to see it, right? Beat the girl from start of the fight to the finish of the fight. Made it look real easy, like, right? Not only did Claressa Shields have a success in the ring, right? Not only did Claressa Shields have success in the ring, right? This just thin numbers, the numbers in, right, family, from the big event. And Claressa Shields also had success outside of the ring. Southern T, what you mean? Well, Claressa Shields gave from her title fight Saturday in her hometown, might I add, right? That was in America, in Detroit, in her hometown, might I add, right? It's being reported that did a million plus, right? It did a million plus and 11,000 plus in attendance. I'm hearing more closer to 12,000 in attendance, right? Than 11,000 in attendance, right? So I might have to just I put 12 plus, but really I should put 11. I mean 12. I put 11 plus, but really I should put 12 plus, right? And I don't expect a whole lot of people to come in here, you know what I mean, for this one because this black excellence, it's a black woman excellence, right? So I'm not expecting y'all to support, you know what I mean, like y'all should. I see y'all didn't really support that fight the way y'all should, right? But I digress. Claressa Shields did a total of a million plus in her gates this Saturday. And for everybody to say Claressa Shields don't get knockouts, Claressa Shields don't sell fights, women boxing is dead. Women's boxing is boring. Women's boxing ain't never go make a comeback. Women's boxing wasn't never here to even make a comeback. Right before we have all those people coming out saying that, I need y'all to check Claressa Shields' resume. Look at her last couple fights. Southern T, what you mean? Well, let's go back to her fight with Savannah Marshall because Southern T be on these type of things, right? And I'm gonna show y'all the actual crowd in attendance, so nobody can't tell you no different, right? When it come to this. But let's just go back to Claressa Shields' fight versus Savannah Marshall, right? For people that want to question Claressa Shields' earning power, well, her and Savannah Marshall broke a record over there in the UK, right, for the highest watched boxing event uh ever, right? Not the highest watched the zone boxing event ever, right? They broke a record in the UK for the most pay-per-view sold in the UK ever. Her and Savannah Marshall, right? Of like a million plus like 2 million pay-per-views over there in the UK, right? So Claressa Shields has records over there in the UK that she's broken, which has made her draw in the UK the wins over Savannah Marshall and her whole UK trend over there, right? And now she come back to her hometown in the US of A, right, in Detroit, and she puts on a sellout crowd in her hometown. Now it say 11K plus, right? But I really should put 12K plus, right? Because the final number, right, was tallied yesterday, and it was more closer to 12, like 11,900 and something, right? So I should be putting more, closer to 12K than 11K. But she was able to put 12,000 people. She was able to put 12,000 people. You know what I mean? In those seats. This past weekend, her her gate revenue was like around 700,000, right? She made around 700,000 in gate revenue, and she did about 300 plus thousand in concessions and things like that, which led to Claressa Shields bringing in a million plus in gate revenue. So for all my people, all my Claressa Shields, it's not a draw, right? For all my nobody wants to watch Claressa Shields people, right? Claressa Shields is starting to break that mold, right? And she's starting to grow in this sport of boxing, and she's starting to grow women's boxing, right? You got to really think. Let's compare Claressa Shields for what she is. What other woman, especially American woman, is getting you $1 million+ gates? Is putting 12,000 people in the building? Y'all realize that Claressa Shields put 10,000 in the building in Omaha. I mean, y'all realize that Bud put 10,000 in the building in Omaha, right? 10,000 and 12,000. So that means that in her hometown, right, Claressa Shields is about a biggest draw as the next person, about biggest draw as Bud Crawford is. This is something to build off, right? The zone, I think the zone is on to something with this right here. This is something to build off for Claressa Shields. If Claressa Shields can put up $1 million gates in her backyard, right, that means that Claressa Shields has what we like to call star power. You know what I mean? She has what we like to call star power. That thing that people like to pretend that she don't have, right? That thing that people like to pretend, because she don't get knockouts, right, that she doesn't have. Well, these numbers, these gate numbers, the pay-per-view with Savannah Shields, right? And this gate, in this last gate in Detroit, it says otherwise, and it says a different thing, right? When you're Claressa Shields. She was able to put nearly 12,000 people in the building and accumulate $1 million, worth of from her fight. And they didn't even, they didn't sell this fight on pay-per-view, right? That was strictly from that night and what was done, that night, concessions, ticket sales. So this drawing power that everybody's saying that Claressa Shields, doesn't have, right? This myth that, oh man, nobody's ever going to know Claressa Shields, right? I think we're getting to the point, if we just look over her fights lately, right? We're starting to see growth in each and every Claressa Shields event, right? Each and every Claressa Shields event is starting to become a bigger event. It's starting to get bigger and bigger and bigger. You got Claressa Shields pulling in $1 million gates in her hometown. You know what I mean? That ain't nothing to sneeze at. You got Claressa Shields pulling $1 million gates in her hometown. You know what I mean? So we got let's just imagine if she was able to get that Hannah Gabriel, right? What if she had that opponent, right? That could take the fight, right? Not just the event. Claressa Shields makes the event, right? But what if she had that opponent that takes that fight to that next level as well, right? But I think at this point, man, major factioning companies, right? Major sanctioning bodies, mainstream media, right? Now is the time to get behind Claressa, and it'd be best for y'all to get on it now before it get too late. Because whether y'all like it or not, right? She has found a way, right, to expand herself and grow her brand, as you can see by her constant these numbers of her events constantly increasing. Go back and look how many people used to talk about Claressa Shields 4 or 5 years ago. Go back and look at how many people was at Claressa Shields fights 4 or 5 years ago. I've been watching Claressa Shields for a long time, right? And I'd be perfectly honest with you. There was a point in time where nobody was up on Claressa Shields. There was a point in time where Claressa Shields will put on fights, and then you'll go and you'll look at her arenas, right? And you wouldn't see a soul in the crowd. You could actually hear individual conversations in the crowds at Claressa Shields fight, right? But now you turn it on, right, and you look up, you see Claressa Shields and Savannah Marshall broke a record in the UK, right? You turn it on and you look up, you see Claressa Shields just did $1 million+ gate in her hometown this past weekend, right? So I mean, if you just listening to what somebody tell you, right, then Claressa Shields ain't a draw, right? But if you take the time and you go do your own homework, you take the time and you actually you take the time you actually go check some of them numbers out, right? You take the time you actually go check that fight, go look at the fight, this past weekend, check that crowd out, and you tell me, am I lying or telling the truth? Actually, Actually, you don't even got to do it because I'm gonna do it for you. You know what I mean? Claressa Shields did Claressa Shields did 600K. Well, reported was 600 plus thousand, right? And gate revenue, but it's closer to 700K, right? Claressa Shields did nearly 700K in gate revenue, and Claressa Shields did about 300,000 in concessions, right? That's what's being reported. So Claressa Shields was able to put on a million plus show, you know what I mean, this weekend, and that's major for somebody who they say, don't got the star power, or who they say a boring fighter, or because she don't got power, right? She's never gonna take that next step. Claressa Shields is slowly ascending into that superstar level. Now, I feel like it most definitely should be right happening faster than it's happening. I do believe that, but nonetheless, man, this woman, right, this queen right here, she can't be stopped. Like slowly, but bit by bit, she's climbing her way, into the places that she belongs. When I saw this right, when this hit my phone, when this came through my waiver, when this came through my line, that Claressa Shields, when it came through my mind, it came through my line that Claressa Shields had did the million plus gate. I said, this right here is validation. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy, man. Y'all get a quote. Y'all get a quote that love she deserved, man. When it came through my line that Claressa Shields, you know what I mean, did a million plus gate, it hit me like it made my soul glow, right? Because I was upset at everybody yesterday for not, calling Claressa Shields fight, right? Not talking about it enough, not doing what they needed to do, right? And then the numbers get back, and then the numbers is that she did better than Better Million. Yeah, about the same, right? About the same. Just she did better than him on a couple shows. Not his last show, but about the same, right? She got about the same star power as any other boxer, right? As a Terrence Crawford, any other guy in their hometown. You know what I mean? She's $1 million fighter. You know what I mean? She's $1 million fighter. She's $1 million generating fighter, right? And that's the first fight. Not the first fight she had in her hometown, right? But that's the first fight that she had headlined and pushed as her billing in her hometown. You know what I mean? So that's a good look for her. He said, would have did even more if Flynn really has that Michigan support. I don't understand Bumgarner doing the Sean Porter claiming Detroit when she was born and raised in Freeman, Ohio. Shout out my guy Trap. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Trap. Glad you can make it. If y'all could do your boy a favor, hit that thumbs up for your boy. Win this thing. What's good, JD? Shout out my guy JD. If this y'all first time, do your boy a favor. Don't make it your last time. Hit that thumbs up for your boy. We're in here talking this good boxing, man, reporting this news. I don't know if you heard it anywhere, but if you haven't, you heard it here first. Claressa Shields did $1 million plus for her event this Saturday, $1 million plus in gate revenue. She had around 700,000 in ticket sales, right? And she had 300 plus thousand in gate revenue. That's concessions and all that stuff, accumulated all that stuff. So she was able to rack in about $1 million. She was able to rack in about $1 million, you know what I mean, for her fight. And that's a successful, event for anybody, not just Claressa Shields, right? But I'm about to show y'all this video, right? So y'all can see the crowd. In attendance. Pretty decent crowd, right, man? So you don't gotta take my word if I want y'all to see it. Want y'all to see it for yourself, right? Want y'all to see it for yourself. Okay, let me take that. Let me take that jump down. Y'all hold on for a second. So let me take that virtual background down for a second so y'all can see it for yourself. Y'all don't got to take my word for it. Y'all can see the crowd in attendance. So if anybody try to tell you any different, you know what they gonna say. Well, was it a real crowd or was it paid for? But look, here you go. So y'all can see it yourself. Man. And this is without an opponent. Right? That's without an opponent. So imagine if she had an opponent in there. You know what I mean? So I don't want to hear that Claressa Shields don't have star power. I don't want to hear Claressa Shields not a draw. I don't want to hear that nobody care about Claressa Shields. I don't want to hear that she got to get knockouts. I don't want to hear that women's boxing dead. I don't want to hear that she boring. I don't want to hear none of that stuff, man. Because they could tell you one thing, but if you use your own eyes, right, you do your own research, you can see they trying to suppress that woman. That woman is bigger than they want us to believe than they want you to believe. You know what I mean? It's gonna be up to us to keep pushing her, keep supporting her. It's gonna be up to us to keep pushing her, keep supporting her. You know what I mean? But she's there. She getting there. She getting there, right? And don't let them tell you no different. Each fight, her revenue and her gate is starting to increase. With each fight, it's going up. He's at 11K in attendance, more closer to 12K. More closer to 12K, right? It's 11 plus K in attendance, more closer to 12K. Just like the gate revenue was 600,000 plus, but more closer to 700,000 K. You know what I mean? But the fact that Claressa Shields is able to generate $1 million, right, without a mainstream push, that lets me know that her mainstream push, that her mainstream cap, right, her mainstream earning cap is huge, bro. It's huge. Like, look at that fight, bro. That's just Detroit. That's just Detroit. And like Trap said, I mean, that's just Flint. Like Trap said, like, she hadn't even got the whole state yet. She got a big portion. She got a big portion of that state, but she don't even have that whole, state yet, bro. We gotta get on it, and we gotta get, we gotta get behind Claressa because she could do it. It's right. She right there. Right. I feel good, like, because I was on her yesterday, right? I was talking about how I feel like that she didn't get the support that she was supposed to get, right? And then those numbers drop. Right? And those are successful numbers, man. Those are numbers of these days, right? Those are numbers of a boxing star. Not a superstar, JJ, right? But when a fighter is about to become that pay-per-view star, you start putting them in fights in his home, her, right? You start putting her in fights in her hometown to see how good she can sell, to see how good the gate revenues do, to see how many people show up, right? Claressa Shields is at the point where you could stick her in her hometown and everybody is going to show up. So I believe that, we're at the point where, let me put it down. I believe we're at the point where it's perfect timing, like mainstream media, right? All those people who thought that Claressa Shields wouldn't do it, everybody who thought Claressa Shields wouldn't make it, you know what I mean? I think it's time that y'all admit that y'all were wrong. I think it's time to admit that y'all were wrong. And I think it's time that we get in here, we make this shit right, and we put this woman, Claressa Shields, in the light that she deserved to be, because she showed you that with or without the push, you know what I mean? She gonna make something happen, right? She's able to get $1 million plus for her fights, right? She's able to sell out $1 million crowds, right? She's able to get people to come turn their TVs on to pay for pay-per-views, right? She did how many pay-per-views over there in the UK? I mean, they did 2 million in pay-per-views over there in the UK. People smooth forget about that, right? Everybody lost their mind for Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis, 1 million, right? Because that's an American joint. I get it. That is tremendous, right? But people forget Claressa Shields did 2 million, you know what I mean? Her Savannah Marshall over there in the UK. So this star power that everybody claiming that she don't have, right? This boring Claressa Shields, everybody is claiming, right? Claressa Shields not gonna be a star because she don't get knockouts. You know what I mean? She's starting to break out of that mold. She's starting to break that cap. Like, people gonna have to find new stuff to say in a minute. People gonna have to find new lies to tell pretty soon about the reason that they don't want to support Claressa Shields. After a while, people gonna have to start telling the truth. Man, I just don't like her. Man, I don't like how she talks. Man, I don't like that she's black. Man, I don't like that she could beat up everybody. Man, I don't like how cocky she is. After a while, people just gonna have to start telling the truth as to why they don't like her. Because, her not having knockout power and, her not being good, that shit ain't gonna work. You know what I mean? That ain't gonna work because we clearly see that she can sell. So you're gonna have to have a better reason. Oh well, she's not marketable. That's why I don't, because she is marketable. We can see how marketable she is right now on her own merit, right? So y'all gonna either have to bite that bullet on Claressa Shields and admit you was wrong, right? Or y'all gonna have to fess up, man, no, right, and tell everybody the real reason why Claressa Shields ain't been signed to a major company. That Claressa Shields ain't been backed by mainstream media. And then just because y'all don't want her to do better than y'all. You know what I mean? I'm putting the onus on everybody. Showtime, ESPN, all them, right? Floyd Mayweather, you know what I mean? Both of y'all from Michigan. Man. Floyd Mayweather, man. If Floyd, look. And I can't always blame Floyd, right? But with everything that Floyd did in boxing, bro, Floyd got more than enough, right, to take Claressa Shields and do what he need to do with it, right? I feel like that's a perfect thing. Like Floyd looking for these clones. Floyd looking for the next boxer to push. He looking for the next boxer to beat him and break his records, right? He always talking about that. Well, just look at Claressa Shields. You don't really gotta look too far. He's CMD. Was this fight for Shields versus Marshall boring? I think not. Facts, not boring at all. What's good, CMD? Said she needs the queen of boxing. Beautiful. Came from the gutter. Should be on the Wheaties box. Facts, bro. Facts. You know what I mean? Floyd always talking about he looking for the next him, right? He looking for the person to come and break his records. He don't expect records to stay forever. I know it's gonna be a fighter, you know what I mean, that could do that. And I think that fighter is already here. But I don't think nobody want to get behind her. I don't think nobody want to touch her because it's a her and not a him. You know what I mean? I think, right, she really does have a chance, honestly and truly. And I think people could see that. I'm gonna go and put it out. I think Floyd could see that, right? I think Claressa Shields really does have a chance. No man may not be able to reach the heights that Floyd reached, right? But Claressa Shields, that woman actually does have a chance as far as boxing, right? And men's boxing is held on a higher pedestal than women's boxing, right? But Claressa Shields does have a chance, right, to be more successful, to be more accomplished than Floyd Mayweather. And I think with the pushing and the backing of Claressa Shields, that's going to make women's boxing, men's boxing equal, right? If we can't get women's boxing, right, the respect it deserves right now with Claressa Shields, we're probably never going to do it because I don't think it's ever going to be anybody as talented as this woman that we seeing right now, Claressa Shields. I think the time is now, you know what I mean, or never for women's boxing. Y'all see that we got a star. Y'all see that we got us one. Claressa Shields out here doing numbers on her own. You know what I mean? No major backing, making her own deals with her own people. Sativa Promotions, right? She out here making it do on her own. Now just imagine, right? Now just imagine what these $1 million gates would look like if she had that support, right, and that backing from the mainstream media. But Claressa Shields did $1 million. No Smoke TV. What's good, No Smoke? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, man. Just in having us a boxing conversation. Claressa Shields did $1 million plus in gay revenue for her fight this weekend. That's more than a successful. That's more than a successful fight, right? That's more than a success. The fight was a success inside of the ring. Claressa Shields clean sweep, right? And it was a big success outside of the ring. Claressa Shields, a woman's boxer, right, was able to do $1 million plus in gay revenue. And I was excited to drop this, right? I was overly joyed to drop this because this puts in, right, or this puts a big dent inside of that whole Claressa Shields don't sell. Claressa Shields not a superstar. Claressa Shields, the reason she not a superstar is because she don't knock nobody out, right? That's the same thing they tried to tell you with Floyd, right? Y'all got to pay attention, right? We living in now. We talking about, we want to call ourselves content creators and historians of the game. We talking about what they used to do. They doing it right now. This the same stuff they used to say about Floyd Mayweather. Oh, he can't punch. He can't sell. Don't nobody want to see him. He not a draw. But then them numbers come out and you see the exact difference, right? You see the exact opposite of it. They try to make you believe that, oh, she not gonna be a star because she gonna get knocked out. Just like they told you, oh, Floyd not gonna be a star. Floyd don't knock nobody out, right? He got pillow fist. They tell you Claressa the same thing. Claressa got pillow fist, right? They go discredit you until they can't no more. And we're getting to the point where they can't discredit Claressa Shields no more because we're starting to see her success burst up off the TV, burst up off the screen, right? You can't hide that crowd. You can't hide all them faces in attendance for Claressa Shields. You can't hide all them cheering people. You can't hide all them hand claps. You can tell us, don't nobody care about it. But when we turn that TV on, and we see them, and we see that stadium full, and we see all them people screaming, we see all them phones and shit out like it's a Beyonce concert, right? Oh, well, I guess Claressa Shields do got that. I guess Claressa Shields do got that earning power, that star power. Y'all trying to say that she don't got. That's why y'all ain't touching. Just go and tell the truth. Just go and tell the truth. After a while, y'all would have to go and tell the truth. We don't want to touch her because she gonna be better than us. She gonna be bigger than us because she black. Y'all gotta go and tell the truth, man. Because I'm intimidated by, you know what I mean? Because it's getting to the point where this girl talent ain't gonna be able to be denied for too much longer. You know what I mean? But Claressa Shields did $1 million+ in gate revenue this Saturday. She did around 700,000, right, in ticket sales, 300,000+ in concessions, right, which made out for her to have $1 million+ in gate revenue. So people saying Claressa Shields ain't a star or she never gonna be a star because of those knockouts. I think it's time for you to stop listening to old media. I think it's time for you to stop listening to narratives and open your eyes and see what's in front of you, right? Claressa Shields is shattering all. She's shattering the mold. She's shattering all the boxes that they trying to place in here, right? Strong black queen, 100+ mil this weekend, 12,000 in attendance in her hometown. Let's get that woman her flowers. In a mainstream media, I need y'all to admit y'all I was wrong. Do a better job about putting this woman in the place that she deserved. $1 million+. Big Claressa when y'all speak on Claressa, man. Skinner Hardaway, Southern T. This ain't the past. This ain't the future. But this the present. That's how we rocking. And I'm out. Love.